Statistic to share tonight. Just 2 months in, 2019 has already been a busy year for the Greenville County Coroner's Office. They've worked 12 homicides. That's 3 times higher than what we saw this time last year. And this is a look at just some of those victims whose families shared pictures with us. Now, deputies who have worked a lot of these murder cases say guns are almost always the weapon of choice.
Fox Carolina's Kayla Conboy is live in Greenville County. So, Kayla, where are most of these homicides happening?
Well, they're coming in from all over the county, really. And of the 12 homicides we've seen, deputies have worked 10 of them. They say oftentimes they start out as small crimes, but can quickly turn deadly. Compared to previous years, the numbers have skyrocketed. 12 murders in just 9 weeks.
In 2016, during the first 2 months of the year, we had 6. 2017, we had 5. Last year, we had 4. Thus far this year, we have 12.
But Deputy Coroner Kent Dill remains hopeful the numbers will slow down. He says each victim he sees just reminds him there's a family left broken.
Every one of these families dearly loves the person who died. And their lives have been changed forever because of this death. And that's one of the things that we worry about as well.
He says despite the big jump in crime, he's still convinced Greenville is a safe place to be, saying there's often a pattern.
There's not a lot of random crime. Most of the crime that we see in our area is committed by people who know the victim and have some sort of relationship or connection to that victim.
And when deputies cross the crime scene tape, they say it's often easy to figure out the motive.
We're seeing a lot of drug involvement. We're seeing a lot of gang activity involved in some of the homicides this year. So those are definitely some similar circumstances that are occurring during these recent homicides.
More times than not, the victims are shot. But sometimes, like in this case, 2 victims were found stabbed to death inside their motel room. Lieutenant Ryan Flood says the county's growth would be an obvious reason why homicides are on the rise, but the numbers just don't point to it.
The growth was happening last year, and last year we saw a 33% decline with 19 in comparison to 2017, where we saw 27 homicides.
But he believes it all goes back to needing more deputies. All year, Sheriff Johnny McBrown has been pleading for 90 more deputies. They believe crime rates, including homicides, would go down with more boots on the ground.
Homicides are a lot of times a result of the smaller crimes, such as drugs. Well, if we're able to prevent drug activity from happening and we're able to tackle that because of the high visibility of law enforcement, hopefully, ideally, we can decrease some of the homicides as well.
I talked to coroners about their process and how they do what they do, and Kent Dill tells me he prepares for a call before he even gets a call. And when he's en route, he's going through all of the elements they might find on scene. And once he arrives, he says he follows the same steps. He has a repetition and a process in mind, and that's what he does every single time, so he makes sure he doesn't miss anything. Reporting live in Greenville County, Kayla Conboy, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.